join in that new probe. There are Republicans on the Senate saying we either ought to join that probe or have our own select committee. You did a study. Are you satisfied now? Would you go along with a Senate panel looking into this or joining up with the House?
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a hunting mission for a lynch mob, actually. I think that's what's going on. There have been 4 major reports. We spent a year and a half on a report. We held hearings. Thousands of pages were reviewed. The staff spent hours and weeks on it. First, that's the first thing. Homeland Security in the Senate did an investigation. The accountability review that came up, the Pickering-Mullen review. And I just don't, if you compare it to Ronald Reagan, who was the big Republican hero, and what happened in Beirut with 3 attacks, with 240 servicemen, with 7 CIA officers, with 1 chief of station being tortured to death, and Reagan admitted we weren't ready for it. Well, since then, a lot of things have been done. There were faults. The intelligence was there.
But is it a matter of that comparative? Do you feel, look, there were memos, as you now know, that did not make their way to your committee or any of these other committees. They were revealed under Freedom of Information Act to an outside group, and it was a memo from a spokesman for the National Security Council saying, or rather someone on the National Security Council saying, well, we want to put our best face forward in general, talking about the talking points. Do you feel that you know what happened in Benghazi, why the ambassador and others were there on 9/11, despite CIA reports that it was kind of just a hotbed of terrorist activity in Benghazi at that point? And are you confident that you know what happened with those talking points, and it was not a deliberate attempt to mislead the Republican, or mislead the American people? You think